In a week full of driver changes, Luke Dockery still out for this race, and same as Jonathan Stevenson. But along with that, we have Andre Schreiner talking to Raymond Green and stealing Matthew Campson away. And Campson is driving the 74 this weekend, as Nick Green will be driving the 51. Season 20 champion Nolan Vernango is making his return this weekend as well. He's driving the 11. Next week we go to Kern County, and Matthew Campson should be back in the 51. But we have not heard yet if he will be racing or not. I don't think he wants to race. Here we are, here at Sonoma Raceway. Let's send it trackside. Race fans, if you're able to, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. Race fans, it's time to see where your favorite drivers are starting here in Sonoma. In row 1, we have Braden Mills, last year's champion, and the F1 superstar making his third career appearance. It's Matthew Campton. In row 2, we have Boston Matthews and Cam Rake. And in row 3, it's David Loudon and Leah Dean. Row 4, we have fastest in practice, Grady Broughton and then Quavi Raider. Row 5, we have Nolan Vernango and Bryce Pax. Row 6, we have Kinsey Arnett and Quentin Sheff. Row 7, we have Abshar Khan and Riley Poindexter. Row 8, we have Bailey Winstead and Jackson Hartman. Row 9, we have Allie Brossman and Ryan Calloway. Starting in 19th, it's the return of Nick Green, and starting in 20th, it's his friend Garrett Irwin. In row 11, we have Eli Jackson and Nate Rao, last week's winner. In row 12, it's Kellen Sheff and Audrey Schreiner. In row 13, we have Nolan Farley and Grant Irwin. Row 14, it's Owen Fischel and Lily Horner. Row 15, it's Maya Dimmick and Austin Horner. And starting in last, it's Skylar Naney. Two very good road course racers. Two really good racers indeed. Braden Mills, last year's champion. And of course, Matthew Campton, the champion of the F1. Row 1, and we are green here from Sonoma. Campton and Mills, row number 1. I think it's time we see some chaos. Here comes Campton, down to the inside. Great run by Campton, and we have a crash. Around those at 33. The 12 is backwards. Our leader is the F1 champion. It's Matthew Campton. 30 laps and a mandatory pit stop. That calls for chaos. A lot of cars have gone around. Jackson Hartman and others involved in that crash. How about the 19 with a great pit stop? Back in the back. Battle for the lead. It's Reich and Campton. Matthew Campton will retake the lead. He has never led a lap in the Crazy Sports Good League. Is that going to change this afternoon? Here we go. Campton has the lead. Started in second. Here comes the 16 to the inside. Reich to the inside. Hits the tires. Matthew Campton, skilled on the road courses. Trying to bring the 74 back to victory lane. Campton will lead lap number 1. How about the rookie, Matthew Campton, leading lap number 1? Nick Green is riding in 17th, side by side with last week's winner. Back up front, it's Matthew Campton. Now coming to the carousel. How about Aaliyah Dean in 3rd? All these drivers have moved forward. The 4 after a chaotic start. Can we see Quinn Sheff get his 3rd win of the year? That would be crazy if Quinn Sheff gets his 3rd win of the year. And remember, folks, if Matthew Campton wins, he's automatically locked into the championship race because of the rules, as Campton will lose the lead to Cam Reich. Cam Reich, so close so many times. Came up short here last year. Of course we are seeing him fast this week. Cam Reich trying to get to victory lane for the first time in his career. For the S's, and here comes Campton. Campton to the inside. Campton, skilled driving, keeps it off the tires, and Campton is going to lead lap number 2. Those tires will get you. And Matthew Campton continuing to be very quick. Let's ride along with the F1 superstar. He has the visor cam. Maybe one of the coolest camera shots, maybe one of the coolest ride-alongs you will see in the Crazy Sports Good League. Matthew Campton and the visor cam. Great camera view here, as you can see the mirror behind him. Right there, here comes the 16. Trying to get a good run, that is Cam Reich. We will see passing, and we will see wrecks through that little sharp corner there with that paperclip corner, as Campton continues to lead coming to the carousel. That 74 showed speed, top 10 speed in practice. And of course, he's leading here. It's like what we said, he is a road course ringer. He knows how to get it done on these road courses. Right to the outside. Gets sideways. Here comes the number 50 now. The 50 there to the 16, and the 50 is in tires. It's side by side for 3rd. Here comes Mills. Braden Mills, last year's champion there, and Campton has led almost 3 laps so far here in Sonoma. The last time the 74 went to victory lane, it's been a long time. Andre Schreiner drove into victory lane the last time, and it's been a very long time. And we have a stack up on the tires. It's like I said, the tires will get you. Nick Green just escapes it, but it looks like that Abshar Khan has gone around. Abshar Khan, heavy damage to the nose of his race car. And the 70 is still stuck. There is a 14 still there, and 12 and 18 there as well. They better get it cleared out before the leaders get there, as Dimmick is now slowing down. 12 and 18 around the outside. The 83 is still stuck on the racetrack. I don't know what he's doing, and now he's finally getting going. And now they're finally clear as the 74 continues to lead through these very high-speed corners. Here comes the 16. Cam Reich needs to be careful. And it's side-by-side for the lead. Campton will lose the lead. Great driving by the 16. Finally, we have a new leader who's going to lead the lap. Cam Reich will lead lap number 4. Campton back in second, under fire from the number 3. Don't count out the 74 when it's all said and done. Campton there leading it. On lap 10, we will have our short break, and then we will most likely be back for the rest of the race. Man, how about this? Here comes the 74 back to the inside. Great run by Campton. He's there. He gets on the curbs, and he will retake the lead. Great driving by Campton, and the 16 is still there. Coming to the S's. Through the S's and through the wall and through the dip. Here comes the 74. Again, Matthew Campton. All 5 laps he's been leading in the area. Here comes the 16. Driving in deep. Heavy damage to the nose of the 16. Reich is going to lead back-to-back laps as we get to lap number 6 of 30. It's a wine country 30 here in Sonoma. 30 laps here in Sonoma, and we should see some pit stops soon as well. Not everybody can make it on the field. How about Bailey Winstead up there in the number 15. Winstead looking quick here. Jackson there. Audrey Schreiner running up there in 14th. Nick Green still riding in 18th. Campton there in second. Not able to retake the lead as the 16 continues to lead. It's a sold-out crowd. Why? Because everybody was waiting. Because everybody was hoping to see speed out of the 74 of Matthew Campton, and they have came and is watching all the speed from Campton. It looks like that Reich is going to pit, and Campton is going to retake the lead. The 4 and 46 side by side. The 16 is on pit road. He's going to lose a ton of ground. Remember, when it is all said and done, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to win it. Campton is back up front here in the 74 on lap 7 of 10. He's been showing his road course strength lately. Ran top 10 last week. Finished 17th, though, because of a bad pit stop. His first career race, though, came at Kona, didn't do well, but that's because he was learning. And now, he said, hey, I'm now comfortable with these cars, time to go win. Canton, we are seeing how comfortable he is leading all the veterans of this sport. But here comes a 3 to the inside, and the 3 cannot take the lead. Matthew Canton needs to keep an eye out for the 3 because the 3 won the championship last year in a photo finish against Kellen Sheff. Yes, that's right. Kellen Sheff almost won the championship. Runner-up in the championship last year and won the first race of the year this year. Here comes the 3. Mills there to the inside. Kind of clips the tires. And new leader in Sonoma, Drayden Mills to the lead. Mills will take the lead on lap number 7, comes to lap 8. As you see the 3 right there, leading this race. Well, folks, we will be back after the break, but you won't miss a thing. We are going right along with Matthew Campton in the 74. 15 laps remaining. We have a battle for the lead. Here comes the 55. Grady Broughton looking for his first win of the year. Hang on a second. Austin Horner might actually win this race. I don't know though. It might be close as well. The one is quick. Remember, he's won a race here before. Came to not a bad pit stop, but came out just behind like the number 50. The 11 is on pit road. Same as the 45. Nick Green is staying out. And for the first time in a really long time, Nick Green is actually going to be running in the top 5. And that's rare, because he usually doesn't have luck. Like, talk about Texas. I mean, talk about Daytona, for example. He crashed out there. Well, of course, after running out of gas, but the 3 continues to lead. Here comes the 74. Will the 74 pass all the drivers that are now coming out of the pit road? That's the question. Here comes the 74 to the inside. Keeps it off the tires. He is going to pass a few cars, but not that many. Still not a good pit stop. As Andre Schreiner leads the cars that have pitted. And that's rare. Can Andre Schreiner finally get back to victory lane? Trying to win for the first time in years. Oh, hang on a second. I was wrong. Actually, the season 20 champion has the freshest fuel. It's Nolan Vernango in 8th. Looks like that the one thing that Matthew Campton needs to work on are pit stops. But we might see a veteran winning this race. In his first race back, he might be winning. Don't count out the 74. He's in 13th. Terrible pit stop for Braden Mills. I mean, terrible pit stop. Mills is way behind. And now here we go. Here comes the 55. He continues to lead. There's the 66 right behind him. Looks like that the 55 is not pitting. Broughton staying out. Chef is not. And Nick Green is also staying out. He's going to be inside the top 2. And that double one looks really fast as well. Nolan Vernango is up there. He might win this. He's in 7th. As pit stops are happening. Let's see. Willie Horner is in last. Hartman is not having a good run. Cam Reich is back in 28th after battling for the lead earlier. Horrible pit stop for the number 3. As the 11 is going to be leading the cars that have pitted. and maybe leading the race. Nolan Vernengo. It's been a long time since he's last won. Remember, he is a former champion, and he is a former multi-time winner as well. Don't be shocked if he wins his second championship. Rotten is pitting. Looks like that he wants some laps led. The King, Nick Green, and RMG Racing is going to lead a lap. Nick Green finally is going to lead a lap at Sonoma. And that is rare. That's a rare sight, and you will not see that for the rest of the race. How about Grant Irwin there in fourth? How about the two there? Nolan Farley. Nolan Farley in the two. Trying to get some more good results. How about the 11 though? The 11 is there. The 11 is going to take fourth away. As he is in front of more and more lap cars. We know for a fact. Oh, and there's a crash. Now I know it's because there's a car out of the race. Austin Horner, heavy damage. Man, oh man. What is happening here in Sonoma? There's actually a car out of the race, and that is actually shocking. Green has some damage. His 5 laps left on his fuel. Is he pitting this time? Yes, he is. Green is going to give up the lead. Grant Irwin is in second. And how about there in third? It's the number 22. But a huge lead for the number 51 as he enters pit road. Grant Irwin is staying out. I would expect the 22 to pit this time by. And now, when they cross the line, 10 laps of racing left here in Sonoma. I was completely wrong. The 22 is not staying out. Yeah, the battle and the 29 Boston Matthews will get around the 11. Let's see where Green will finish. We know he's not going to finish inside the top 10. That's already a given. How about Ryan Calloway in 10th? When there will be 2 more pit stops, the 82 and the 22, which means the 74 should at least get a 7th place finish. Maybe. There's some other good drivers up here, but Grant Irwin leads. Irwin leads. Almost gets wrecked by Reich. Cam Reich almost wrecks the 82. And the 82 is staying out. Remember, if they stay out, they will be suspended for... No, remember, if you don't pit, you will be suspended for 1 race. And we do have to see, at the end of the race, if the 82 does stay out for that long, if he has pitted or not. The 33 is pitting. Riley Poindexter is pitting. There's actually 2 more. Actually, pretty much the 9 should finish in 6th if this all plays out. but it's Grant Irwin who leads here in Sonoma. "30 cars left on the track. And not a bad run for Nick Green in 13th. Not a bad pit stop. As we only expect one more pit stop, I think, out of the 82. We know he will have to pit. Look at the laps remaining on this field. But yes, Nick Green should get at least a 12th in his return to a road course. And that would be his best finish in a long time. But Grant Irwin, he's continuing to stay out on the racetrack. Coming around to take 8 laps to go here in Sonoma. The 11 slides right behind the 29. The 63 is going to go below him. And the 63 gets kind of stuck on the tires. Here comes Schreiner. Trying to pass the 38, but she can't. Now the 50 going to the top of the 45. The 74 is in this battle as well. Don't count those drivers out at all yet. Grant Irwin will pit this time. We know that for a fact. 8 laps to go. 8 laps to go from Sonoma. Grant Irwin has already won a race in his career, trying to get another one. But it is not coming today. I think the battle for the win will be between these two, the 29 and the 11. A driver looking for her first career win in Boston Matthews, and a driver looking for yet another win in his career, Nolan Fernando. It's been a long time since I said his name last in a Crazy Sports Kid League race. Season 20 was his first and last championship. If he wins, remember, he locks himself in, even if this is a one-off race for him. Fernando will have a shot to win the championship if he wins this race here this afternoon. Fernando, great run in the 11. He's going to go down to the inside. Fernando. Oh, easy run. We have a new leader in Sonoma. The season 20 champion. Welcome back. 7 laps to go. Nolan Fernando leads in Sonoma. Nolan Fernando leads in Sonoma. The 82 is finally in his pit stall. And how about the 74's chances of getting a top 5? But we already know for a fact he will get his first career top 10 finish. The 51. The 51 is going to finish in front of the 15. That's wild. Nick Green is going to finish in front of his old car, the number 15 of Bailey Winstead. Bailey Winstead, a lot of fans have said that was a career ender, as the 15 car has not been good recently. Look at the 63 and lap car. Out on the outside of the 29, cannot pass her though. Rossman is the lap car. Is the 83 in third? No. Eli Jackson is in third. Eli Jackson is actually doing really good in the points right now. This might be Eli Jackson's year of making the championship race. 9 seconds back from the lead. But Nolan Fernando coming around to take 6 laps to go here in Sonoma. It's 6 laps to go in Sonoma. Top 3 now for Audrey Schreiner. She is a former winner in this league, not at this track. but in this league as a whole. She's been so good in the Crazy Sports Good League before. Trying to be good here tonight. The 38 is there and the 50. How about the 74 behind the 50? And how about a potential how about another potential top 10 for the 66? Nick Green has gone around the 19. Nick Green might actually finally finish inside the top 10. That's rare. Let's see here. The 22 and 33 side by side. Looks like that pit stops might have helped some drivers, yeah. How about Nolan Farley running in 14th? But after this race, because he is running inside the top 5, Eli Jackson will take the points lead away from Nolan Farley. It's side by side for the lead. Matthews, Renango slows up. Great move by Renango. Matthews is going to have the lead here in Sonoma. 5 laps to go. 5 to go. And the 74 is inside the top 10. Top 5. The 55 has gone around the 66. And the 50 has heavy nose damage. Maybe a top 5 finish for Matthew Campton? He will take it. We know for a fact that there are plenty of road courses ahead that Campton can win at. We know that he will be back driving the 51 on those road courses as well, unless there's another driver out and someone wants to sign him. But as of right now, Matthew Campton is there in 5th. Luke Dockery is here at the racetrack, but he has been suspended for another week. This is his last week being suspended, and that's why Vernango is in the 11. And that's another reason why we are seeing Vernango actually race really good. Nolan Vernango behind Matthews. Here comes Vernango now. Great run to the inside. To the back of the 29. He's going to be just a bit behind. Coming to 4 laps to go. Vernango trying to set up a win. This time by is going to be 4 laps to go. It's 4 laps to go here in Sonoma. And the 51 is still inside the top 10. Horner trying to pass the 15. Can't, as she still has heavy damage. But here comes Lily Horner right there. Braden Mills is in 13th after a horrible pit stop. As it's still Matthews who leads. Nolan Vernango, such a great racer with 4 laps remaining. Trying to get career win number 1. 30 laps in this one. And how about this? Campton is there in 2nd. They're in 5th. Looking for career win number 1 is your leader. But looking for yet another win in his career, it's Vernango. Vernango, he didn't retire. He just lost his ride. And that honestly is sad. He's trying to get back full-time racing. And if he wins this race, I think he'll put his name back onto the map of full-time racers. We know that Matthew Campton wants to race full-time next year. Here comes the 11. Campton with a great run. Not Campton, but Vernango. Nolan Vernango retakes the lead. We know for a fact that coming up at the Brickyard, we will see running the double in both the road course and the oval race in the 51, Matthew Campton will race those. Which means Matthew Campton will make his oval debut. And he said he's been watching oval races, and he said they look really tough. Indianapolis will be a chaotic race. Once again, that will be 100 laps. The race got shortened to 100 laps to be chaotic. It's going to be the Brickyard 100. But once again, chaos in Indianapolis will be confirmed. We know for a fact that Campton will be racing in the 4-hour sprint as well. The 4-hour sprint of Daytona, the Daytona road course. And Campton might also be driving in the 51, maybe at the Monza Oval. That's a good question as well. As the 11 leads here in as the 11 leads here in Sonoma. As the crazy Sports Good League drivers will be going back to the Monza Road course. Hampton will be one of the threats. With 2 laps to go here in Sonoma, Vernango looking for win number 1. Win number 1 for the first time in a while. Season 20 champion is now leading a bunch of laps. He's won a bunch of races, trying to finally put his name back onto the winners list. Will a part-time driver in the name of Nolan Vernango get the win? We usually don't see speed out of the 11. And right now, Vernango has the lead. The 29 is there as well, right behind him. Luke Dockery, we know he will be back next week in Kern County. And what we are expecting is that Campton will sit out of the Kern County race to maybe let Michaela Winstead get her first hand at road course events. But why is Campton opting to stay out of the Kern County race? It's because he knows it will be a wild, wild race. And now, through these final few corners, the moment everybody was waiting for, the moment all these drivers wanted to see, the flag that all these drivers wanted to see is here. Through the final corner, white flag is in the air one more time around Sonoma. We have seen crazy and wild races here before. Nick Green gets yet another spot. He passes at 21. Green in 9th. A top 9 for Nick Green, the king of all racing. That's wild. About the 74 there, just behind the 38. We know that he will for sure get a top 5 if the 55 doesn't pass him. Final time through the carousel. This is the only battle on the racetrack that we need to watch. We know that we have seen before last lap passes. Last lap passes are no stranger here in Sonoma, as that number 29 wants a last lap pass to put her name into the championship race. The veteran of the Crazy Sports Good League, the long-time veteran, won his first career championship in season number 20. It's side by side for the lead. Here comes the 29. It's going to be side by side. She hits the tires. In his first race back, Nolan Vernango, the veteran, will claim Sonoma, and he is looking for his second championship. Nolan Vernango, welcome back to the Crazy Sports Good League. His first race back, he gets a win, and are you kidding me? Just short of a top 5 for Matthew Campton, gets passed on the last lap by the 55. And a top 9 for the 51. And the 21 will round out the top 10. But it's all about the season 20 champion, Nolan Vernango. In his first race back, drives and wheels the 11 back to victory lane. Only one pit stop for most of his drivers. Matt and Jackson Hartman is the one out of this race. Oh my gosh. Well, Cam Rank did not finish good in 30th. All these drivers were slow. Kellen Sheff, surprisingly, was slow. But what a race and an exciting finish. Vernango gets back to victory lane in his first race back. That will do it, folks. Thanks